Interior Secretary Doug Burgum joins me now. Mr. Secretary, President Trump just ordered the Navy to shoot, kill any boat laying mines. Is this escalation?
No, not escalation at all. This is just President Trump. Never underestimate his ability to appropriately use leverage to strike a deal that's great for the American people. And when he says the strait is closed, he means that. He means where we've got the boundary water line there that says no boat is going to go past this. But that doesn't mean that just because we have a ceasefire that Iran can keep mining the strait. That's an escalation, and so I think it's completely appropriate. He puts them on notice. He's going to take out any mine-laying boat activity that's there. And of course, when we've got, as you know, Stuart, we have lower taxes, lower regulation, record amount of investment coming into this country. The optimism, I think, from the people is high about where we're going under President Trump's leadership. And again, negotiations continue to try to bring this to a positive close for the world, the United States.
How long do you think Iran can last?
Well, as you know, the numbers on this, it's costing them about $500 million a day. And Iran, we keep talking about it like it's a country. It's a terrorist organization, and the IRGC is the one that's in charge, and they've been funding as many as 26 terror organizations around the world. They no longer can afford to fund Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. They can't afford to pay their own people. So the pressure on them to maintain control as a terrorist organization, when you've got 90 million people in that country that do not want the IRGC to be running this country, super unstable, and their leadership is in complete disarray.
They are lasting out a little bit longer than expected, aren't they?
Well, I don't think. It depends on who you ask. I mean, this is a group of folks that literally are. Think of them as a terrorist organization, not a country. They're going to last as long as they can cling to power. But what are they clinging to when again the incredible effect of epic fury has totally degraded their ability to wage war and terror.
South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham says the blockade against Iran could soon become a global blockade. It's already started, hasn't it? We have blocked 3 Iranian oil tankers in Asian waters. This blockade is expanding. I take it you approve of that.
Well, absolutely, because the whole point here is to deprive a terrorist organization from revenues. And as the report just before I came on, if you've got millions of barrels of Iranian crude that are out on the open sea right now, they can be sold for a premium at this time. And if that money can somehow make its way back through the financial system, that's how they keep paying for the terror that they're waging on their own people and around the world. So again, Scott Bessent, Operation Economic Fury, the United States' ability to control the dollars flowing back. It's not just a physical blockade. This is an economic blockade. And again, brilliant on President Trump's part. Accomplished the military objectives in 38 days, less than 6 weeks. Now apply the economic pressure. The world is already a safer place than it was 2 months ago, thanks to President Trump. And again, I'm super optimistic about where the world is going to be going coming out the backside of this.
I'm going to change the subject for a second. You're helping the president carry out his vision for the Triumphal Arch in D.C. Before we go any further, can you show us what it's going to look like?
Well, there are images that have been posted online, and there was and there you've got one right there. But again, this is proposed for a site that was in the original McMillan plan in the early 1900s. This is a barren, flat piece of ground across from the Lincoln Memorial at the west edge of the Memorial Bridge, halfway between Arlington Cemetery and Lincoln Memorial. It was always intended for a grand site. Never got completed. Virtually every Western capital in the world has got an arch of some sort. This one that's proposed would be equivalent or even better than the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, viewed as the best of all of those. And again, I think it's a magnificent compliment to the monuments in the city. And the Commission on Fine Arts, which was the first step, I had the honor of presenting it to them last week on behalf of the National Park Service. The National Park Service, part of Interior. This is National Park Service land. I was honored to kick off that discussion, and they voted 5-0 to continue to proceed with this idea and this plan.
It does look like the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. That's a fact. Secretary Burgum, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. See you again soon. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Stuart.